Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Boom Rookies with Grub, coming at you live from the Grub Hub, presented by ESPN. My name is Matt Bugatti. With me today, Josh Reynolds. Hello.
How are you, mate?
I'm great. The weather is once again horrendous outside, but we're staying dry. We're staying warm.
And South one.
Yeah, they just keep winning.
I feel you're always great when your team's winning.
Yeah, life's a lot easier. Just everything just comes like a little bit easier in life, you know? Just, the dishes, got to put the dishes away. That's all right. Got to do the washing. Doesn't matter.
Would you call that an unexpected win, or you were quietly confident?
I think I tipped them, but more out of like loyalty than anything else. Yeah.
Hard bet.
A brave win, a tough win, a game that they probably could have lost quite easily. The Parramatta threw a lot at them, especially in the second half. We'll get to our defensive player of the week, which incredibly is the South player for the third week in a row.
They're doing big things.
It just reminds me a little bit of 2017, where it was a really tough season, but they found some form towards the end and strung a few wins together and took that into 2018 and had a pretty good season. So maybe it'll be like that again. But yeah, overall, pretty happy. And we got the Baltimore and the Philly gear because baseball playoffs about to start, football season's about to start. So I think September's the best sporting month of the year because we get footy finals and we get the NFL coming back and we get baseball playoffs as well. I think it's great.
Well, there's a question in here today about politics and what I would do.
Yep.
I think you'd be happy with a couple of them.
I'm very excited to get there. Yep. All right, but we're going to start with it's a combination of two things, I guess, this week, because Daly Cherry-Evans going to the Roosters has been one of the worst kept secrets in rugby league for months and months now. Everybody seems to think it's a fait accompli that Cherry-Evans will end up in the red, white, and blue in 2026. But two things have happened over the last couple of months. One is that the Roosters seem to have really found something with that Savala-Sam Walker combination, and they're playing excellent footy, as we saw on Friday night. And both the form of Manly and Cherry-Evans himself has really taken a turn for the worse, and the mood around that club right now is very bad. They're going to miss the finals. It's another lost season for Manly, and the future doesn't look particularly bright when you look at the contracts they've got, and Cherry-Evans himself is leaving regardless of whether he plays on or goes to the Roosters. But I guess it's a two-part thing to analyze here is, A, do you still think he ends up there? And B, is that what the Roosters need right now, judging what you've seen in the last couple of months?
Well, I'm going to start with something that I heard this morning from Danny Widler.
Yep.
That I feel I've been, well, even you tell me what you think, a bit misinformed. Danny literally reckons that on a really good source within the club that there's never been a contract.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So there's nothing, not one offered. And me listening to
offered by Manly or offered by the Roosters?
Roosters.
Okay. Yeah.
But from media outlets, from everything you hear, that's what did you feel that there was something there?
The noises I heard was that it was going to happen, and they were just waiting for like the end of the season or something to announce it, or when Manly were out of the running or whatever.
Yeah.
But it does seem like that tide has turned a little bit, especially in these last few weeks when the Roosters are going up, and Manly are on the way down.
Well, I just think it's a big call. Like if there's nothing on the table, what do we all? But there's been talks. He did say there's been talks from both parties. There's interest, but at the emergence of Savala, it's just changed everything.
Hasn't it, Josh?
I think so. I really do, and I just think this is a very, very big call for the Roosters. A big call, because right now, if I look at the Roosters team that broke down a very good defensive Bulldog side, why would you change? Why would you change what's working? But this is nothing on Cherry-Evans, by the way.
No, definitely
it's got nothing to do with him. I've played against Cherry a lot, and he's one of the most smartest controlling halfbacks I've ever, played against. Every time I watch him play for Queensland, I'll be like, here we go. He's going to have one of those brilliant performances. But you've got a local junior there in Savala who wants to be a Rooster. And I reckon, and this is just an assumption I've made, that from the outside looking in and the whole Cherry-Evans talks and even his battle with Sandon Smith at the start of the year, I think Savala has overachieved. When I say that, I've never seen him play, but I think from the Roosters ranks, they've gone, wow. This guy has come into first grade and he's gone better than what we think.
If you'd asked a Roosters fan, I think at the start of the year, who they thought their halves combination would be when everyone was fit, they all would have gone Sandon Smith with Sam Walker, I think.
Yeah.
He really emerged out of nowhere, Savala.
So there you go. So they've just gone, wow, we've got a player here. We've got a guy who can control the game.
Yeah.
He's got a big kicking game.
Sam Walker so well.
Perfect. Like, I just think Sam Walker at the moment, I love watching him play. Like, he's game managing. He's slowly getting better and better, as all halfbacks need to do. But sprinkle that in with a little bit of Alfie Langer.
The stat doing the rounds last week is since he came back, he's got twice as many try assists as any other halfback.
It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous what he's done.
He just does those little unexpected things that, you go, well, did he really just do that? Like, and I love it because I I used to think those things, but I wasn't skillful enough to do them. No, I used to, and I sort of love that. But then, okay, let's rewind it all. Let's go Team Cherry-Evans.
Yeah.
You get a guy that's won comps,
Mhm.
played for Queensland, captain Queensland,
Yep.
a lot of experience. But Sam Walker and Savala right now, as young guys, do they want to take a step back?
It's a great question.
I don't, knowing young guys, and you look at the likes of De Silva and all these other guys that have left clubs to get other opportunities because they feel they're first graders. Do you think that's where both these guys are at right now?
No, I don't, and I think that the way they've played in the last few weeks will definitely justify that position. For me, it's kind of funny because I guess maybe we all. When this chat was at its peak, it was when Smith and Savala were playing together, and they were having some good weeks, and some weeks the Roosters were playing quite poorly. They were having great moments, but it wasn't all clicking like it has clicked in the last few weeks since Sam Walker came back. And we all kind of just forgot about Sam Walker a little bit, I think, because since Sam Walker came back, they've won 4 out of 6. They could have won 5. They could have won that Storm game that they lost. So they've been really good. They're scoring a bucket load of points week in, week out. They had that big game against the Finns to sort of keep pace with the top 8, and they won that very easily in very impressive fashion. And they had their biggest game of the season last Friday night and played great in that as well. And again, passed another test with flying colours. And so I think that Sam Walker's return to the team and what he's brought, especially in attack, has really swung the needle back towards everyone, especially Roosters fans, going, we definitely don't need to make a change for next year.
And why would we rock the boat? Especially Savala being a local junior. No, I know not many.
It matters to fans, though.
It matters. Good, because it should matter. And I thought it was nothing better than when I was young wanting to play for the Bulldogs because I was from there, and that's got to mean something.
I loved it when South broke that drought. 42 years. Local junior John Sutton lifting the trophy.
There you go.
Great. It just made a little tiny bit more.
And that's awesome. And I just think it's a big choice, and whichever way they go, I honestly don't think. I think it's a win-win. I think Savala, the type of guy he looks like, I think he looks confident, but I also think he's smart enough to know that if I can sit here for one more year, maybe play half the amount of games I played this year behind Cherry-Evans, I'm going to learn so much. I think Sam Walker's ahead of Savala at the moment in that position of pegging, but he looks like a smart guy. But
the only thing I push back on there is that with the type of players that they are, I would argue that Savala would complement Cherry-Evans more than Walker would, but there's no way they'd drop Sam Walker. So I think you might actually end up with a Walker-Cherry-Evans halves combination if he were to come, and that might not be the best for them anyway. I think Savala's got to be in there with Walker because I just think, again, the things that their skill sets and their frames and all that stuff, I think they really do complement each other really well, whereas I don't know if Walker and Cherry-Evans would as much. And there's no way Walker won't play if he's
there.
Fit,
so. I wouldn't say he, and I just, where the Roosters are at the moment, like, wow, man, like Nafahu White,
yes,
he's really putting his name out there as one of the elite props. Like, he's motor, and he suits the Roosters, doesn't he? When I think of the Roosters packs, I think of big bullies. Hargraves, just Morley, and even when the packs when they had like Napa, Evans, Kane Evans, like they were always bullying teams, and they just suit that to a T. And at the moment, they're finding that mojo again, aren't they? That we are going to dominate you.
They're going to be a really tough out for anyone in the finals.
And then you've got James Tedesco, who just decides to get better and better, like a beautiful red wine.
I think he's winning the Daly.
He's got it.
I reckon.
Mate, he's unstoppable at the moment.
I think especially like Metcalf going down was tragic for him and took him out of the race. And then I think it was kind of, we talked about this on the show with Campo the other week, but we kind of thought it was down to Qatar and Tedesco. And I think Tedesco won that shootout with flying colours and has played great again on Friday night. Probably got a couple more points there too. So. And
just like, I find the Roosters, even if you've got it's sort of a bit like Melbourne, even if you're having a bad set, kick to your wingers.
Yep.
Two of the great aerial threats.
Yeah.
Like Daniel's like Tubes. Like, how's he still doing that? Like, and it's amazing.
Well, it's funny. Like I think I posted something about Alex Johnston on our socials earlier in the week, and I got a few comments from Roosters fans being like, "Oh, Tupou's going to catch him," and I don't think that's going to happen. But I do think there's a world where Alex Johnston absolutely is obviously breaking Ken Irvine's record. I don't think Tupou's going to catch Alex Johnston, but I do think there's a world he catches Ken Irvine. The way he's going, he probably knows he needs to play one more full season after this, and he might get there. 180 something now, 190 even maybe. I don't know.
Such a good guy too.
Yeah, everyone you talk to in footy says Daniel Tupou,
one of the greats.
So, yeah, Roosters looking great. looking red hot.
Can they be a proper threat?
I think so. I think especially this year. I think and the fact is they just played one of the biggest threats in the comp in Canterbury and played really, really well against them. So we get to see them play the Storm again. Or is it next week, right? They play them again, right? They have that weird thing where they play them twice in 4 weeks. They held their own the first time around in that shootout. Yeah, well, we'll see. But they've got Para this week, South's final round of the season, so they should be able to, come into the finals in pretty good form.
One thing with the Roosters as well, mate, a couple of them in that 10-1 comps. So big occasions aren't going to get the better of them. They've got players that have played rep honours. So you just know with a sprinkle of young guys coming in, the Savalas and all that, Billy Smiths and whatnot.
I think that's the most impressive thing is that those young guys like Smith, Savala, and I know he's not a rookie because he played rugby, but Marky Mark as well. Like none of them seem at all overawed by any occasion. Billy Smith's been playing awesome, by the way. There's not that many classic centres left anymore, but he's one and he's awesome. Switched to England, Allegiance.
Did he?
I think so. I think I read that. Maybe made it up. Sorry, Billy, if that's not true. But,
come on, mate. There's already enough going on with all the switching. We don't need any more.
I'm pretty sure he did. Roosters Billy Smith explains call to switch nation.
There you
go. Him and Radley together. Isn't that something?
That'll be a good. That'll be a good side.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, now it's time for our attacking play of the week. We're going up to Suncorp. You rapped Billy Walters on the show last week, and he was heavily involved in this Josiah Karapani try, which really got Brisbane back into the contest in the second half.
Yeah, it sure did. And Billy Walters was a big part of this. But first things first, before I even want to start on this play, I just want to see, this is one of Reece Walsh's major threats, attacking short sides. A massive cue for Reece Walsh here is this a late retreater. So as soon as he sees this, in his head, he's taking an opportunity. So if we play it there, Reece Walsh uses his speed, starts off at A, kicks over the B, stop it just here. So right now, there's a lot going on. There's players all around the ball, but it's the vision from Billy Walters as soon as you see this and the confidence he has to kick it straight away is unbelievable. So if we can play it there again, it's Shibasaki, a nice offload. Could have been stopped right there, but it's just great vision from Billy Walters. It's to put that ball on a dime like that, with all the carnage happening, is just unbelievable. And first of all, started off with Reece Walsh going down that short side. Shibasaki offload, but it's just unbelievable that Billy Walters had the awareness to think straight away, go to the edge, because that's in these plays, when you make a break, you're told give the ball straight to an edge, and he didn't do that. He kicked it straight to an edge. It was an unbelievable play, and it's something that the Broncos, I suppose, can come up with when they're all on fire.
Aren't they scoring some sick tries at the minute?
Unbelievable. Well, that is a tough kick, mate. That is a tough kick when you got players coming at you to be able to do that. Very, very skillful, and this bloke was also on fire on the weekend.
Tony Staggs has been incredible these last few weeks for Brisbane. Absolutely outstanding.
Another one that, speaking about Tony Staggs, doesn't know whether he's going to play for Australia or possibly go to Tonga. So, and he'd be thereabouts for Australian centre spot. You have to be. You think about it with form centres in Aussie, he has to be thereabouts. But the Broncos are on against the Dolphins with huge players out. Yeah,
big playoff implications for both teams in that game. And Brisbane now, I think, pretty locked into the top 8, you'd imagine. And still a couple more regular season tests for them to come as well before we get to the finals. But they are going great. I just think Reece Walsh, he's right up there for me, along with Moses and Latrell, as the guy that makes the most difference to his team, like the single guy, because it's not even just the stuff he does, it's the energy he brings and the attitude that he has. And I just think he just makes everyone else around them believe that something good can happen.
Yeah. We're going to speak a little bit at the Broncos, and I know there's a really good quote Mick Ennis said on the weekend. I just want to go over that, and this is why I think the Broncos are still a threat.
All right, and now let's roll on to our defensive play. I haven't planned this, but it is somehow a rabbito for the... To be fair, the first week I picked a different play, and you said, can we do Ashton Ward? So you just threw me a bone, because we both thought South won't have any more good moments for the rest of the season, and that was nice of you. But they had a lot of good moments in the 2 weeks since. They've won both games, and Latrell has that ridiculous try saver last week. And Jai Gray had about 15 try savers in this one.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what? A good thing for all you South fans is that you want to be having these defensive moments. South are known for an attacking side, but if we play it here, as we said, Parramatta play a nice little short side raid. And it's a pretty poor miss, one-on-one. But from this moment right here, he's such a hard tackle. He's so hard. 2 reasons. Speed demon in Iogi right there. and he's sort of in times. It's a beautiful flick pass there from Dylan Brown, but this is just why you tell me, why do you love Dry Gray?
Effort.
It's just all effort,
all heart,
and it's not effort. It's effort on effort. So we see here in this play, if we play it there, he has no right. That's like a textbook tackle, but his job's not done. He gets up and goes again and makes another try saver, and that is just what epitomizes being a rugby league player. Effort on effort, never giving up, and this is why everyone loves Dry Gray. But if we can just pause it here, this is not a lot of people might not know. This is why it makes this play so special. So Dry Gray here, markers. These two markers here got to take the hooker. That's their job. But Dry Gray here, he's a defender. If there was a lead line here, Dry Gray has to tackle that guy. We call him a ghost. He's ghosting there. So if we play it here, he has to come up with the line. Mitch Moses doesn't see it. There's a gap there, but he gets on his bike straight away and comes up with 3 huge plays in the matter of minutes. But as well, I just want to elaborate on that is a hard play because you've got to be A first. You've got to be A, and then you've got to get on your bike and make a play like that again. Unbelievable effort from an all-effort player.
And then there's the one with 5 minutes to go in the game as well, where him and Talis Duncan combined to tackle Yongi again. And that was right in front of where I was with my mates at the ground. I thought Yongi was in for all money. On another night, could have got a hat-trick, Yongi.
Are you Latrell fullback guy or a Dry Gray fullback guy?
So the thing is, I think it's situational. So I was all like when Latrell and Dry both played last week and Dry played fullback, I thought that was the right call just purely because Jack White and Campbell Graham weren't available.
Yep.
And they're both great players. But Gray played so well in this game and he's just shown so much. And I just think that maybe, like, I would love to see a full strength team where maybe Campbell Graham's on the other wing to Alex Johnston, or maybe if Tyron Munro's on that wing, maybe Jack White and goes into the forward pack or something like that. And you can get Gray and Latrell in the team. I think because whilst I do think that Latrell is, Latrell to me is a top 5 player in the NRL, but Gray just gives this team such a lift and such a spark, and his effort seems to lift everybody else around him as well. The fans love him, his teammates love him. I love watching him play. At right now, if you ask me, I would want to see them both in the team, and the only way to do that is to have Latrell in the centers. And I think that's fine because I don't believe Campbell Graham will come back for the rest of the season. So I think absolutely for the rest of 2025, we don't have team list yet. We're a couple of hours away from team lists being named, but Latrell, I think, might play this week, or if not, might come back for that game against the Roosters. I think Dry Gray has to stay at fullback for the rest of 2025. For 2026, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it all shakes out. But for right now, they've got to keep Dry Gray in this team. And it's for reasons like that. All right, what's up? Mario Fennick once ran for the What's Doing Party in the New South Wales state election, and they got almost 20,000 votes. I think large part of that was a campaign from the footy show. So what policies the Grub Party bringing to the table?
Yeah, an interesting one. I wasn't expecting a question like this, but I had fun trying to answer this. I've actually got a few.
Yep.
Yeah, so we've got an hour.
Yep. Fantastic.
All right. Sickie Mondays on every Monday during NFL season.
Brilliant.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to.
Your next policy could be literally anything, and you've already got my vote.
And like it's if there's no good games on, you can go in. If not, you're allowed to have Sickie. No
Jaguars
dramas.
clause. Smart. I like that.
Yeah. Belmore Oval, a national landmark.
Yep. Sure.
Super Bowl compulsory day off.
Yep. Absolutely.
For all Australians.
Yep.
Queenslanders pay extra tax.
Love that.
Just because.
Yeah.
Grand final day, back to a day game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just like it.
Yeah. Fair. I'm more of a night guy, but yeah, I just think games feel bigger at nighttime. Don't know why. Just always think sporting events feel bigger when it's under the lights.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Yep. No more parking fines.
Yep. Great one.
Let's just do your best.
Yeah.
But it's a jungle mentality.
Everyone's having a go.
Yeah. Just have a go.
Yeah.
Stuff might go down.
That's all right.
And some cranky people around, but yeah, I'm sick of them. You are allowed to throw hands if someone lets you in when you're driving, and they don't wave, and you don't wave.
I get so annoyed when I get the wave.
Yeah, so you're allowed to.
Okay.
Probably. I'm not sure if everyone would agree with that one.
So a lot of your policies are just turning the roads into Mad Max, basically.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Removal of canned beer.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Look, I will say on the hill at Leichhardt, exception.
Okay.
But everywhere else, yeah, give me a cup or a glass.
Yep. Referees to wear GoPros
I like
so
that
I
a
can
lot.
review all of their bad calls.
Yeah, can we go back to 2 refs? I like 2 refs.
2 refs?
Yeah, I like
Yep.
the 2 refs.
Yep. Normalize sending your partner to the sin bin at home. It's just a 10-minute breather sometimes.
I'm worried I'm getting sin binned a lot. Well, what kind of infractions are we talking here?
Well, just whatever you want, but then there's no hard feelings. If I just say like you got to go,
Yeah,
like you like give me 10,
yeah,
and she can't come back and go, what was that for?
Yeah. See, that's the part
that's
where
the
this
ref's
might
call.
fall apart.
That's the referee's call.
Okay, I'm going to go home and try to sin bin my wife for 10 minutes, and we'll see how well that goes.
I'm a big fan of soda water.
Yep.
So you will definitely not be paying for soda water at any pubs and soda water fountains all around.
On a similar tangent, why are ice long blacks like twice the price of a long black? It's just ice cubes. It's like 4 ice cubes you put in there. Why is it $7 instead of $3.50 or $4?
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Thank you.
I'm going to normalize getting to the airport just as the plane is about to leave.
Perfect. Love that.
Like, what's the difference,
mate?
I don't want to be there an hour before.
The whole thing's nonsense. It's all for show.
Yep. And this one is actually from my partner Sian. She said, no snitties on top of chips at pubs. She reckons that's a sin.
Can I give you one friend of the show, Matt Coleman, one of our diehard listeners, actually helped design the original logo for the show. Great guy. He flips the palmy. He flips it so the cheese melts the chips and then eats it all like a giant kind of pseudo HSP.
That is.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
He's leaning into the chaos. He's not even putting it on top. He's flipping it and getting everything involved all together.
She doesn't get angry much about, but that she gets angry about that. And finally, so my slogan.
Yep.
From Belmore to Parliament, same passion, fewer penalties.
Love that. Beautiful. Let the boys play.
That with?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I don't know what.
No, I think
authority.
No, you had gravitas now. You spoke well.
So yeah, that's it. I know that a lot of them probably mean nothing to a lot of people, but that's what I would do if I was the boss.
Can I add one?
Throw it in.
Every person that works in customer service, a Macca's, a store, a pub, they're legally allowed to fight one bad customer a year.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. And
because anyone that's worked at I worked at Macca's for years when I was a teenager. Like you just always there was customers you wanted to fight, and they so entitled.
Rude.
You're a Macca's mate.
Some people are so rude.
They are. I think that's like one of the biggest ways you can judge people's character is if like you're out with them and they're rude to like a waiter or like a staff member at a shop. I just would never do it.
Well, don't go to Bali when there's any Aussies there because they are rude.
Just can't stand being rude.
Rude.
To people that are trying to help you out. They're doing their job.
Yeah. So you happy with the?
I think that's
theme?
a fantastic selection.
Plenty going on.
I think with road rage based assaults are going to go up 10,000%. But other than that, it's
all you got to do is wave.
So the P1 car park at Stadium Australia on grand final day is going. The game might not start because there's going to be a mass brawl in the car park.
Talk about any Bulldogs game. Don't worry about grand final.
Yeah, stay out of car parks.
Get in?
I'm voting for you.
Thanks, man.
I think there are a lot of people that would share your opinions there.
Thank you.
How do you feel about when a cyclist is riding on the road when there's a cycleway right next to the road? I don't mind when they're on the road when there's no cycleway, but there's a cycleway right near my house. And it's like, you're in front of my car. The cycleway is quite literally next to us. Why are you not on it?
You just made me think of another one. Uber drivers or bikers now just deciding whenever they want to be on the road, but then be on the footpath.
Got to pick one or the other.
Pick one.
You got to nominate at the start of your trip.
Because they cut across and I'm like, no, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
And then they just want to peg in front of me at the front of the lights. Well, I waited for a few minutes.
It's not on.
We should be in Parliament.
Chris Minns, get in touch. Come down, have a chat. All right. We got some listener questions. Adam from Orangeville said, Grub, what player surprised you the most after a grueling preseason, including a new recruit or a club veteran who's kind of had a real massive preseason?
I'm gonna say a new recruit, and he's a fresh one that I've done a preseason with him in my last year was Jacob Preston.
Yep. Great player.
Wow. When I say like a guy in his first ever full-time preseason, just anything that was thrown at him, nothing fazed him. Because they weren't exactly sure where they were going to play him. He was a back rower, but he's new and he hadn't played first grade yet, or really, I suppose, not proved himself is the wrong word, but any position that they throw him in, he dealt with it. They put him in the centers at times, and I just remember sort of, because being being a little bit elder, I wouldn't have to do all the sessions. So I'd sort of sit back with Ciro and pick his brain on a few things. And he was just like, how good's this bloke? And the thing is, so good under fatigue. Such a leader in but not like a guy that's going to yell and scream, but he's a leader with his actions. He's a young guy in a squad that, he's shy, but he wasn't afraid at times to say the right things, and never took a backward step from anyone. And in the wrestling room, our tough contact sessions, just really impressive. And I know why there's a few clubs, North Sydney Bears, circling, because mate, he's got the prince to be a very, very successful guy in the NRL.
Yeah, I think he's a cracking player. In another year, might have played Origin, but back row is just the deepest position New South Wales has at the moment. I think that's the only thing working against him.
He was thereabouts. He was in the camp.
Yeah.
He was in the camps. He did. Yeah. He's
you got so many great. It's such a deep position right now. So many good back rows. He's one of them. He's fantastic. But to go the other way, like, how is that like the worst thing like a player can do, to like not put in preseason, like not try their best? Is that like a death sentence at a club, or can it be?
Depends what club you're at, I reckon. But I know there, if you're not training hard and ripping in, it's not good. Yeah. It is. It's an interesting one though, because sometimes there are guys that are a bit older and they've got the runs on the board, and they might every now and then not have to do as much and whatnot. Like, you just got to get on with it. Preseason's hard for everyone. They're all going to be in the hurt locker at some stage, but once again, respect can be earned in such a hostile environment, I would call it, during preseason. And Jacob Preston was definitely a guy that handled it easily, very easily.
It's very funny. Jacob Preston's Wikipedia photo is him in a Bears jersey, because when he's playing New South Wales.
Hands off, Bears. Leave him. He's a Bulldog now.
All right. Andy from Armidale wants to know, just wondering if Grub might like to share what other sports / teams he goes for. I think you can guess one of them if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, this is I'm a massive Eagles fan. It's probably, I would say, out of every sport, NFL is my favorite. Well and truly, into it
for sure.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I'm obsessed with, like, how I sort of broke down that play. I love listening to ex quarterbacks and ex linebackers and about how they break down plays on the run, and I'm a bit addicted to it.
Anytime that you get Bill Belichick actually seriously talking about the sport rather than just being mean to reporters, it's great. They do ask dumb questions. I'm not denying that.
Absolutely. What, journalists? No.
Well, not me personally. I've never asked a dumb question in my life.
And I
did it on purpose once though.
What, ask a silly question?
To Greg Popovich.
What did you say?
Oh, I can't remember what I said, but it was a dumb question, and he scolded me, and I was like, yeah, this is great. Just got roasted by Greg Popovich. It was awesome.
Probably not a bad moment in your career.
It was when they came here. Remember, they lost that game in Melbourne, and they came to Sydney and played another game, and we came in to interview, and they do it so differently in America. They just locked us in the gym, put 30 minutes on the clock. Popovich did an all in with everyone for 5 minutes, and then everyone else, they were just like, go talk to whoever you want, but when that clock goes off, you got to get out.
Wow.
So just sat down next to Steve Kerr, just talked to him for 10 minutes. It was crazy.
How good's that?
Yeah. No, it's interesting.
Nice.
Imagine doing that in the NRL. Just have the whole team just talk to anyone you want for half an hour, then get the hell out of here.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either. It's a good system.
I'm a Spurs fan.
Yep.
But like, it's hard to watch, isn't it, in a sense of like timings, and I'm not necessarily waking up. Not really happy with how they treated the great man.
Yeah.
But it is very cutthroat. And look, I'm not going to say with NBA, I love it. I do love. I'm a Michael Jordan guy. But I was an OKC fan. Okay, before everyone says I'm jumping on the bandwagon, I wouldn't say I am now, but I love the Kevin Durant Westbrook era.
Yeah.
And that's what I love them too. Stuck with them for a while, but then sort of NFL took over. But yeah, all sports, to be honest. Yeah. What are yours?
So Ravens and Orioles.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a Celtics fan, but I just don't really care that much about basketball. I'm kind of the same. I cared a lot in the early 2010s, like the big three winning it in 08, or but then like I've kind of lost interest as time's gone. There's too many sports.
Too many.
And leads in football. So big win this morning.
Win.
Was up at 5 a.m. to watch it. Yeah. 1-0. We take those. I wanted Ange to replace Daniel Farker if we ended up sacking him, but Farker's he's doing a good job. He's doing good.
I'd be getting Ange. He's great.
Oh mate, I'd love it. Be so good. I went to Tottenham Stadium last year. I was over in London. My mate is a season ticket holder. I caught up with him, but then the next day he was like, "Oh, I got to go overseas for work. Do you want my season tickets?" And I was like, "Yeah." Opening day of the season.
Unreal.
Scored 4 goals.
What a stadium.
Oh, mate, generally that or the LA Rams Stadium are the 2 best stadiums I think I've been to in terms of like having everything. It's
definitely
crazy.
mine. It's like Suncorp on steroids.
Yep, that's a great
isn't
description.
Isn't it? Because it's like high.
I still love that there's all the old houses and stuff around it though.
Awesome.
Like, there's just like $1 billion stadium plopped in the middle of like where people live.
Middle of nowhere, yeah.
It's so good.
It's cool.
But yeah, that's big seat could be Eagles Ravens Super Bowl. Well, I'm sure we can ask producer. I'm sure we can do a special one-off show for the Super Bowl if it's Eagles vs Ravens.
Yeah, but old Choke City. Is it?
That's so mean.
No, it's true. Come on,
we were having such a good run. It's true though. They got to go over the hump. Win it this year. Stop blowing it in the playoffs. They shoot themselves in the foot in the playoffs every year. It's so frustrating. So I know that. I'm well aware. All right. Adric from Dublin says, thoughts on South's statement telling people not to storm the field for AJ's record. Guess where I am on this one.
You're stormy.
Oh, mate, I'm first one over the bridge. Straight in. Follow me, boys.
If you, let's just say, hypothetically, you get arrested.
I'll get my media accreditation stripped.
Television,
for life.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Maybe. Don't know.
Well, all I'll say is, look, okay, let's say we all understand that player safety is important. But one of my favorite moments is in my career. I was going to
bring this up.
Is
at Belmore.
It's cool, man.
Cheered around the field like a king, like an actual king.
And mate, Alex Johnston deserves that more than me.
Oh, come on.
No, but mate, he's breaking.
It is amazing.
A try scoring record that might not ever be broken again. Like, who knows? But like,
I was going to ask you about that because I remember it happened to you, and it's like, well, that was I would, and this is not trying to be rude. I would say that would be a little bit more of a more chaotic environment at Belmore than it's either going to be at Homebush or at Moore Park, very sanitized, and like a very happy moment. Like I feel like if no one got hurt when it happened to you, no one's going to get hurt.
Well, it's either you're not really. If you tell Bulldog supporters not to run on the field, they're going to run on.
I think, it's funny. Like I talked about this on our socials on the weekend. It was like, the reason I remember all those big AFL moments isn't because I like really care about AFL. It's because of I remember the pitch invasion for Tony Lockett or the 2 for Buddy Franklin. I remember when it happened to you and they cheered you around. It was on the back page of paper the next day. It was great. I remember all of those things because the fans were involved. And I feel like, whilst obviously the club's got to cover their ass a little bit and be like, oh yeah, don't do it. Wink, wink. Like the AFL kind of leaned into it. I remember I had a few mates that I called a couple of them before we did the show to ask, because like, oh, you were there when Buddy got his 1,000th. How did it go? And one of my mates was like, oh, yeah, they put the thing up on the field. Don't run on the pitch. There's a $5,000 fine. But also, the AFL had blocked in a 15-minute gap. They planned for a 15-minute gap in the game, apparently.
Oh, there you go.
So, look, I don't know how it's going to work. The only compromise I would accept is if doing it at full time. But the statement that South said was, after he breaks it, we will celebrate it at the South's next home game. So, if he breaks it in the last round of this season, we're going to wait till March 2026 to celebrate it?
Not happening.
Crazy.
Let him have his moment.
I think so. He, to be fair, was asked about it. I think the Sydney Morning Herald did a story with him yesterday or the day before. And he was like, yeah, run on. Talis Duncan said it would be mad if they did it. I was like, hell yeah, Talis.
Of course. Man, that's the thing. As you said, like I know.
If the players want it, then who are you protecting? That's the other part.
But, mate, to have my teammates, friends from the area, like local people in that area all on the field at once, like unbelievable. But I will say there was a little bit of a mix-up.
Yep.
Security breach. So they said at the second
siren. Yep.
They were coming on the first. I remember I had the headphones on, Matty John's show, looking straight down, and I just remember being asked questions, and like, you know, out of the corner of my eye, I was like, "Is that people coming on?" And you seen the cameraman going, "Oh, they're coming." They all just but mate, fun moment.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that I think sports about moments as much as anything. And this is my whole thing with this is like, it's just like, this, as you said, this may never happen again. This is literally a once in a lifetime thing. And we got to get it right. We just have to get it right. This is such an important moment for the sport. It's a historic moment for the sport. Let's not blow it. Don't screw it up. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, again, got to see if Latrell plays this week. I'm glad it's not going to happen this Thursday. Be a pretty sparse atmosphere out at Homebush. But although I imagine a lot more people would have gone if AJ had scored a hat-trick on Saturday night. But you know, if they get it round 27, Chook's already in the finals. Maybe they've already got locked in, so everyone's kind of in a good mood already. South can't get the wooden spoon. They're 3 wins in front of the Titans now. That's not going to happen. Like everyone's in a really good mood, and AJ needs like 1 or 2 and goes over. I think everyone can go home happy.
Who's backup host if you do get arrested, and you are not welcome back.
Well, we've got Campo on deck.
Right.
He can come in and take in from me, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
will just ask you questions about the 2014 Origin Series, and you'll never get anything else done.
See,
Which I'm sure you're fine
okay with that.
Yeah, I knew you would be.
Get on the field, mate. Go on.
All right. We've got our Grub of the week. We've gone to the NRLW this week.
Yeah.
And again, it's just nice to see send-offs in equal opportunity.
Okay, so I just want to get confirmation. Are we calling the Warriors girls grubby tactics, or are we calling the ref a grub for sending off?
So I wanted to. It's as you said, the grub tag is not really a negative. It's not. It's a positive.
No, absolutely.
And I don't think anyone can have any arguments about the spear tackle from Gray being a send-off.
That was like bad.
Yeah, but you don't believe the Ignacio one should have been a send-off.
No way.
Okay.
Has there ever been one in the NRL?
I feel like there was one in the NRLW, but then I went to look up the Matua one from last year, the year before, which I think is the worst one I've ever seen, and that was only a sin bin. So.
Is that the one you showed me to Canberra? That was terrible.
Yeah.
And already had a player in the bin. Sent off.
Yeah.
Don't ruin the game anymore. Do not send her off. Worst case 10 in the bin. That's what they've been doing in the NRL. We're all same game, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same game, same rules.
Credit to the Warriors for still scoring an overlap in the last few minutes of that game
No,
to make
didn't.
it 20-16. They did.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I will say that spear tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't great. That was what was the last bad one? Carl Lawton on Cam Murray a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That wasn't great.
That was really bad. But no, I'm sorry, referee. Not sure who it was. You can't be sending off for a hip drop. You cannot be.
All right. And no prizes for guessing what we're looking forward to this weekend. Possibly the best doubleheader of Friday Night Footy we've ever had, maybe. I'd have to go back and look, but like
it's up there.
It's not top four now because I think Penrith are fifth, but it's 1, 2, 3, and 5.
1, 2, 3, and 5.
Because the last back in top 4.
So I'm really looking forward to what the Bulldogs come back with after challenged by their coach. Cam Serrato has come out. Even Stephen Crichton has come out and said maybe we're just getting a little bit too comfortable, and I know that won't sit well with the coach. So I'm looking for a retaliation and a reply at a place where it is so hard to win. But the Bulldogs have a good record there.
They do.
We do.
2014, never forget what a win.
Well, and even last 2 years ago when we were struggling, went down to Melbourne and beat them. But I'll tell you one guy who'll be saying, boys, there's an ambush coming, and we got to ambush the ambush. That's actually a Des Hasler quote. Ambush the ambush. Yep. Craig Bellamy will have them already knowing that the Bulldogs are coming hard, but I'm excited. Who do you like in the other one?
I've just got so many mates who are so invested in the race, and all my Penrith mates, they've had enough success to last a life. Yep. I want Canberra to win for my mates, especially my co-host who's he's going to Mudgee. He's driving down.
Oh, it's in Mudgee. Yeah, that's right.
He's heading down. I think a couple of our mates. So
freezing.
He's locked in. So that's good. I don't want one of my best mates to go to Mudgee and watch his team lose. So I'm rooting for Canberra.
Gee, you're a nice mate. You would be a good mate.
People think I'm a bad guy, Grub, but I'm really not.
Oh, so you've got a Grub in your show and a bad guy now. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're willing to go to locked up. $5,000. You got 5 laying around.
I assume Alex is paying the fine. He's got the picture book money. He can afford it.
Yeah. Hey, special mention before we go. One of my favourite ever 5'8" for the Bulldogs. Yeah. Another bobblehead.
The great man.
Two greats there, but he's
3 of the greatest 5'8" ever for the Canterbury right in front of me.
How nice is the mullet?
They've really nailed the mullet physics on the bobblehead, I will say. But yeah, I'm so keen for this Friday. Going out to the area. I'm going to Rooskies Workers Club. I'm sure you know it very well. Going out there with a few of my mates who are all Dogs fans to watch it. So
you ever used to go to a nightclub there?
Oh, what was it called? Yes, I did. Was it the Pony? Pony Room, something like that. Was it not? I don't know.
I think I call a nightclub the Pony.
Mate, I reckon it was. I can't remember what it was called.
No, I think it was just called Rooskies Workers.
I swear it had a name.
Workers?
For it. Yeah, no, but I know where it was. But
no, but I think that's what it might have been called.
No, they had a name for it. I swear.
Well, if it was the Pony, I'm never saying I went there.
Do you remember Disco Stew?
I do.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
There's like 10 people listening to this nodding their heads in agreement right now. And then, mate, I'll tell you one. So we played soccer like back when I used to play for St. Christopher's out in Revesby. We were playing all age. We were probably 18 and 19. We were warming up for a game. And my mate just taps me and goes, is that Disco Stew on the other team? And Disco Stew was playing for Milpera Lions against us that day. Just fresh off a long night at Rooskies Workers nightclub.
Wow.
Coming straight in.
What a guy, man.
The king. Every person has like a king of their local suburban nightclub. That was our guy. Always had 2 rum and cokes in his hands. Just a legend. The ladies loved him.
Just a legend.
Disco Stew.
What a man.
What a great note to end on. Did not think we'd get a Disco Stu mention on the podcast.
This is not just a rugby league podcast. I don't even
Fancy.
know what you call us, but we go off in
Life.
tangents, but I love it.
I do too. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Say goodbye, Grub.
See you guys.
That's goodbye from me.